Hey Sagittarius, welcome back. So this is your mid-December check-in, and we're going to go ahead and get started right now. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. So Sagittarius, let's see what the overall energy is. So the card you have out is the moon in Cancer. Some of you might be dealing with that or have your moon in Cancer. For others of you, it's just the energy around you. But this talks about personal issues reaching a resolution, which is great, right? Because here we are at the end of the year, tying things up. You want to start the new year fresh. And Sagittarius, I felt that in your energy for your weekly reading that I did on Sunday when I was live. So check that out. And then we have Justice here, okay? Libra energy. You might have that in your chart, be dealing with one, or just simply embodying that. It's talking about keeping your integrity in place. So, you know, as things come to a close this year, and as we wrap up any outstanding items that we have, as the universe helps us to release and forgive if that's something we need to do, you know, it'll be important to keep your integrity in place, Sagittarius, to keep yourself balanced, really. It's a gift to yourself when you do that, right? To be on the right side of karma is like the best feeling, because then you don't fear anything, you know? If you know that your intentions are pure and that you are coming from a high vibrational place, there's no place for worry. There is no place for fear in your heart, you know, because you understand the law of karma. So, congratulations to those of you who have attained that already. And then we have the 7th house of relating. So this is about partnerships, relationships, marriages, friendships, your social circle, all being highlighted during this time period. Sagittarius, if you were having issues, personal issues in that realm of your life, they may be coming to a close, or you might be getting some closure or balance in that situation over the next 2 weeks, which is really nice, right? So I like this energy as a start. Let's see where it goes, shall we? I think it'll be important to keep your awareness about you, you know, don't be impulsive during this time period. Try to keep your patience in place. I know not like always the easiest thing to do, right? But yeah, that'll all be really, really important, okay? So it'll be important for you to keep your equilibrium, you know what I'm saying? So let's go a little bit deeper and see how this might work out for you, Sagittarius energy. So you have the 7 of Cups here, the Queen of Cups in the reverse here, and the 5 of Swords. Yeesh, Sagittarius. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is past energy. It's like a feeling of confusion, kind of being shut off, you know, emotionally or intuitively, okay? It's kind of like not really knowing where to place your energy. It's like having a lot of options maybe, or a lot of things on your plate, but not really putting your full self into any of them, and therefore nothing was coming to fruition, okay? I feel like you might have really felt defeated, you know, restless. You know, some of you had given up on the situation or yourself, Sagittarius. But I feel like now the time is to move forward, okay? So, like I said, there's going to be some resolution here for you at the end of this year, all right? And, you know, a chance to move forward and regain your stability here. So you have the 3 of Wands in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles here. So I feel like there is a look back period, you know, in mid-December about past defeats, things that have confused you, things that you have blocked yourself from emotionally feeling, you know, that may be bubbling up or resurfacing so that you can have a resolution there, and that so you can flip this energy to move it forward, right? 10 of Pentacles is an amazing energy. So towards the end of December in particular, I feel like this is going to stabilize for you. This is a sense of being comfortable in your surroundings, being comfortable financially for some of you, and really focusing too on your craft, you know, whatever that is that makes you feel on top of your game, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where you're going to be putting most of your energy. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Now in this deck, the Ace of Wands essentially has the same meaning to me, but this is creative new ideas, and it may hit you like a lightning bolt. You know, like seriously. It could be like something that you could not figure out for the life of you in 2019 may become abundantly freaking clear to you before 2020 hits, right before, like the stroke of midnight, I feel, you know, or for some of you, this might have already occurred, honestly, but time is malleable. So timeline's going to be different for everyone. Two of Wands. Yeah. It's like looking out into the future, looking out into the distance, you know, wanting more cooperative energy, wanting to build on what you have. Finances are going to be looking good. Okay, so, you know, if that's where the sense of defeat or worry is, I feel like you have enough creative spark in you, Sagittarius, to continue to build on what you're currently doing and to continue to see the return on investment in that in 2020. So, you know, in that aspect, this looks really good. In the emotional aspect, I feel like, you know, you've been a little closed off. You know, in the past, but I feel like there's this sense of vulnerability here that you hadn't had in the recent past. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to some degree or another, you're going to be a little more vulnerable towards the end of the month. And I feel like it's because, you know, divine timing is at play here. So this is the karmic wheel, right? And I feel like things might be coming back around. And what the energy is asking you is this time to be, you know, not naive, but a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more open than you've been in the past, you know, to see things in a different light. You know, I feel like there's been a lot of changes that have been going on here. And so it's also a sense of judgment, right? So it's like, if there is past karmic issues coming up to be looked at, it is, I guess, asking you to look at it from a discerning point of view. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Sagittarius, let's see. It's really interesting though, because here you are asking, you know, being asked, like I said, to be a little bit more vulnerable, or you are being more vulnerable. But then there is conflict here, right at the beginning of January. So what I feel like is something that, Sagittarius, you've likely suppressed, blocked out, don't want to think about, is eventually going to rise to the surface in a big way. And I feel like when you're feeling that energy towards this end of this time frame, you know, it's coming from a place of vulnerability. And while that's okay, I still want you to somewhat keep your guard up a little bit here, because if you over communicate or communicate out of anger, it might result in a cutoff in communication. Whether that's you doing it or this person doing it. So I almost feel like that's a side note. So I feel like whatever toxic cycles you have going on, you're going to break loose of it though. So now that I have all of the cards out, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that you might be a little bit vulnerable and just say it how you see it, you know, be the Sag you are and be like, this is it. This is what I feel. How you feel about that, mother effer, you know? You know how you could be Sag. And it may result in somebody turning their back or a cutoff in communication, but it actually cuts off a very toxic vibe, very toxic energy, very toxic connection. So this might be long overdue. Long overdue. And it might be like that last thing you need to cut right before you go into 2020, right? And it could definitely be a relationship. So let's go into the person you might be dealing with now and see how this all relates, shall we? Because this is getting juicy. And I have a song in my head. I don't have a clue what it has to do about this reading. Let me come back to it. If it's still in my head, I'll let you know. All right, person Sagittarius is dealing with. You have here the Strength card, 3 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Wow. So whoever you're dealing with, I feel like is certainly in a strong energy, Leo energy here. Could be a Leo, but doesn't have to be. This is general. But it's like this person is trying to have the courage to battle their own demons and move their own life forward. You know, they might have been vacillating for a long time, waiting for their ships to come in, trying to juggle too much or too many people for some of you. But I feel like this person is trying to be stronger than they were in the past, you know? And I do feel they want a reconciliation or some sort of celebratory activity in their life. It's, oh my gosh, they have the 5 of Swords here. This is your 5 of Swords issue here. This is the personal issue that's about to reach a resolution that I pulled up earlier. So, this person felt defeated. You felt defeated. This was a lose-lose situation here in this dynamic. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like both are coming to the realization of that. I do feel this person wants to come together, especially if you've had an ending here. Or if nothing else, like reconcile the situation with you, even if you didn't have an ending. They just want to no longer feel like they're always coming out on the losing end. You know what I'm saying? Then the Death card, Ace of Wands, Scorpio energy for some of you. There's definitely a change here that's happening and definitely some sort of ending. So I feel like I said, things are coming to a close, or some of you might be getting closure within this situation. And then Ace of Wands. How many repeating cards can you get? This is a different deck, guys. Same card. This sparks something in them. You know, it's like, I want to put an end to any sort of lose-lose situations, and I want to have a new beginning. I want to win, honestly. That's what they want. You know, they want victory. Star card here. Healing. So I feel like this person is ready to begin new chapters as well, okay? And let's go back to the beginning, because Sagittarius, I felt like you might let like your emotions bubble up, right? And just let this person have it. But I also want to remind you that you were being asked to keep your integrity in place. And so it's not that I'm saying don't say how you feel, but it's all in the way in which you say it, right? Because I actually feel like this person, it took a lot of strength for them to be able to come out of this energy, to come forward, to offer, you know, a reconciliation here with you. And they want to heal the situation, genuinely want to heal it, you know, and they're open. They're open to that, okay? So I feel like you might let this person have it, and they're being genuine over here, but you may not trust that, because in the past, maybe it wasn't that, you know? And so it's like, yeah, right. And you're very skeptical. Look at you here on the bottom of the deck. But this is the Ace of Pentacles. This person wants a new beginning, commitment. They want healing. They want passion. They might be very physically attracted to you if this is platonic or intimate, I mean. And I think that, you know, if they had been going back and forth and offered some sort of apology to you, or just said, okay, fine, I accept it, you're right. And that they expected then you to also kind of put your defenses down, but I don't see that you either did that or will be doing that, because actually it's almost like, you know what, I got one more thing to say. Okay, you know, so it's like this person is waving their flag, and you're still coming at them, so to speak, whether that's literally, physically, or just simply energetically with your thoughts, you know, thinking like, yeah, okay, whatever, you've not changed. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this person's like, I'm trying to give you this. I'm trying to give you my stick. I'm trying to give you my coin. I'm trying to give you the stars. I'm open to this. Hello, you know? And you're over here like, I don't believe it. And I don't mean to laugh. Honestly, I'm not laughing at the situation. It's your response, Sagittarius, is like, you know, skeptical, and maybe rightly so, probably rightly so. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like ultimately, I think you will offer another opportunity, or at least accept what they have given you. Both of you have the Ace of Pentacles now. And some way, shape, or form that brings about a resolution that's needed to come to a close before we go into the next phase of 2020. So, very powerful reading and to the point. Definitely. And I think it's Roxette that I have in my head, which she recently passed away, and it's so sad. Well, it could be Roxette or it could be Heart, because I get them confused. But this was the song. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. It's called Listen to Your Heart. So that'll be important, Sagittarius. Listen to your heart. I'm wishing you the best. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Aquarius here. Scorpio. Leo. Could be Capricorn. Virgo, Taurus. Aries. Could be another Sag. Libra. Pisces. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I have, but remember, it's a general reading. It can be any zodiac sign. Also, please check out my social media account links down in the description box below. You can check out my Facebook, my Instagram. I have another YouTube where I just kind of do random vlogs. You can check that out. If you click on the arrow beneath my video, it'll open the little box. All the links are in there. In addition, you can check out my merchandise if you click on the pink hoodie. I am running a $15 off sale for the holidays if you put in promo code TTWD. And in addition to becoming a subscriber for free, you can hit subscribe. You can also now become a private member by hitting the blue join and get additional goodies, private readings, behind the scenes, all that good stuff. So thank you for joining me. Wishing you the best. Until next time, namaste. Bye.